My name is Scott Robinson. I'm the port director at the Port of Muskogee. In the 53 miles between Tulsa, Port of Catoosa and Port of Muskogee, there's 80-some industries that have located along the river. They've employed about 8,000 people. They've invested about $5 billion. Just here in Muskogee along 3 miles of waterfront, we know what those impacts are. We have a dozen industries that have located here because of the waterway. They've invested $2.5 billion in their facilities. They employ 2,500 people, and they contribute to the economy in the form of payroll annually, $125 million. So significant impact in Muskogee of the port and waterway. Most of our major manufacturers in Muskogee are here because of the waterway.
My name is David Yarbrough. I'm the port director at the Tulsa Port of Catoosa, also known as the City of Tulsa Rogers County Port Authority. The port comprises about 2,000 acres of developed land, and it's home to 71 industrial facilities. Those facilities employ about 3,500 people. The Port of Catoosa considers ourselves a multimodal transportation location. We bring together rail, truck, and water. It's just a means of getting goods from A to B. Our customers, for the most part, don't care how you get it from A to B. They want to know how much it's going to cost and how long will it take. And so one of the things our industry excels at is using all the modes to fill that logistic pipeline. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers does a fantastic job of taking care of our waterway, but often they don't have the funding necessary to do preventative and upkeep. So we advocate for the proper funding or the adequate funding for the Corps of Engineers to take care of the waterway.
The ports themselves collaborate. We travel to Washington, D.C. a couple of times a year together. The issues that we work on are issues that are common to all of our needs. And so if we weren't working together, I don't think our river would be nearly as successful as it has turned out to be. When you travel around the country, people are usually surprised at how closely our public ports work together. So I think in maybe other parts of the country there's a lot more competition between the ports. Here, not so. The
Port of Catoosa and the inland waterway system, a lot of people come out here and they've never seen it or they don't know a lot about it, and they refer to us as a hidden jewel. We do believe we're a jewel in the economy, in the cog of commerce, if you will. We don't want to be hidden. We want to educate people. We want people to understand that waterway transportation is so very important. The Corps of Engineers released something about a year ago. Basically it says about 95% of the goods that move in and out of our country at some point touch a United States Army Corps of Engineer waterway project, either port or waterway. 20% of our gross domestic product and a third of our workforce is affected by that. So waterway transportation affects our lives in ways we don't even understand, whether it's the food that we consume, the products that we buy, appliances and furniture in our homes, or whatever. 95% of that stuff has been on the water. So it's a very important part of our transportation mechanism, and we just want people to understand that it's here, that it's available, and unlike the highways and the rails, we have the capacity to add more commerce to the river.